All right, guys, welcome and thank you so much for tuning in tonight, whether you're live or whether you are watching this as a recording. So, Grace Space Hypnosis is so excited to share with you today about hypnonutrition, right? The easiest, most convenient, effective way to fast track your goals by coupling two of the most powerful wellness tools for your mind and your body, which is hypnosis and whole food nutrition. So the main mission of hypnonutrition is to bring freedom to people through improved health in easy, proven, and effective ways. And we are thrilled to be able to provide our nutrition regimen outside of the United States as well in over 22 countries. So if you're, listening abroad right now, it's quite possible we are shipping to you. So we are just able to do this because we collaborate with an international nutrition company, Juice Plus, the most researched nutritional product in the world. So my name is Natalia Griffin, Nutrition Liaison for the Grace Space Network. And tonight I'm going to be sharing tonight and periodically on different topics related to nutrition and the mind-body connection. So today I'm going to be hosting with one of my friends, Julie Gravasi, a professional in healthcare. But, going forward, we're going to be sharing information about hypnonutrition and detox, hypnonutrition and feeling more youthful, the power of hypnonutrition and sustainable weight loss, healthier eating habits, reprogramming your cravings, even prenatal and postnatal care. So these are things that you'll want to, if any of them strike interest to you, you'll be able to kind of keep an ear out for later. So let's kick this off. And as I do, I just want to ask one question. Can we agree that we all want to look our best, feel our best, and live a long, healthy life? Yes, I think that we all can absolutely agree with that, correct? And we also know that it's up to us to make that happen. But unfortunately, sometimes it can be confusing, unpleasant, and even frustrating. Well, that is where we come in with hypnonutrition. Because with hypnonutrition, we can bring freedom to people through improved health in easy and effective ways. I mean, effective hypnosis recordings are available to take on the go, or even a selection of educated hypnotherapists under one roof right now. I mean, it doesn't really get much more convenient than that. But now let's talk about nutrition, which is actually the foundation of our whole body health. We have to flood our bodies with the most important foods we could ever eat, which are raw fruits, vegetables, and raw berries. So they're not only good for us, they are absolutely critical to our health and to the prevention. So just to kind of share with you some of my things that are kind of astounding is that it can take up to 40 years for a cancerous cell to develop. However, what we know between the relationship of disease and nutrition is that proper nutrition has the absolute power to turn off bad genes. Another statistic is by middle age, women can lose up to 40% of their skin elasticity, which is why premature aging happens as well without that proper nutrition. Put that proper nutrition back and skin elasticity comes back. Skin thickness and firmness and hydration all come back and can reverse. In addition to that, obviously the immune system cannot be supported without proper nutrition. So we're supposed to eat a wide variety, meaning colorful variety of 7 to 13 servings of raw fruits, vegetables, and berries every single day. The problem is that almost nobody is able to do that daily. And that's the problem with the health map. There's a real problem there. So even the best eaters, like I mentioned this earlier, like Grace Smith, myself, we're fairly good eaters, on the spectrum, but we even need help. And that is why we're so thankful for nutritional support of something called plant concentrates, encapsulated by a company called the Juice Plus Company. Plant concentrates bridge any nutritional gap. It doesn't get much more convenient than that, right? So here is what it looks like. This is Juice Plus. It's 30 different raw, vine-ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries in these capsule forms. It is non-GMO plants. It is NSF certified to be pure. And what I really like to call it is a salad in a capsule. What you'll see on the back here is exactly what's inside. So it's broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beet, spinach, cabbage, lemon peel, kale, bilberry, blueberry. So you kind of get the idea. That is the only thing that's that's put in here. And so I think it's really important to kind of understand the process of which these fruits and vegetables go through to be encapsulated or put into chewable form. Yes, these also come in chewies or gummies. So first of all, our fruits and vegetables and berries are completely vine ripened. And that's a really important thing, meaning that they remain attached to the vine or the plant until they are nutritionally as fully developed as they can be. These fruits and vegetables are then ground up, which is simply better than juicing because it includes the peel, the leaf, the seed, whatever is the most nutrient dense part of that plant we use and we put into these plant concentrates. And the reason why we do that, and I don't know if you know this, is that, like, for example, 80% of the vitamin C in an orange is in the peel. Crazy. And like, I don't know if you know or do this, but I certainly don't go around eating orange peels. So then this basically big blender filled with fruits and vegetables is then slowly dried at low temperatures, preserving all of its live nutrients. And then it's put into capsules or chewable form, which kids love. And I should also mention in the same breath that kids get it for free with every adult order. So yes, you heard right. If your child is 4 years old or older, they can get this whole food nutrition for free. So it really helps in general, but also for those picky eaters. So here's why Grace Smith, myself, and thousands of others love these plant concentrates. Number one, it's food. These are 100% food. It's not a vitamin. In fact, you'll see a nutrition facts label on the back here, not a vitamin or supplement fact. So it's the same label that you'll find on, for example, a bag of frozen broccoli at the grocery store. Even the government considers this food. Because it's food, fruits, vegetables, there's not a warning label like you'll find on vitamins and supplements and things like that. It's safe for people of all ages, the pregnant, the nursing mother, children, the elderly, and even up to the professional athlete. In fact, many Olympian team and NFL teams and athletes use Juice Plus to support their diets and their recovery. Another reason why we absolutely love this product is because it is scientifically proven. There's so many things out there, right? Make it confusing to know what's great to take, what's not good, what's a gimmick. Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product in the world with over 35 peer-reviewed published in medical journals all around the globe. University like Yale, Harvard, the University of Milan, and Newcastle, Australia have all conducted research on its efficacy. Earlier, I mentioned how food can turn off bad genes. The University of Newcastle did a study that showed only after 8 weeks of consuming these, 1,600 genes changed. Now, if you have a family health history like mine, that is every motivation to take this every single day for me and my family. We also love that medical professionals recommend this product as a staple. OBGYNs, family practices, midwives, all recommend Juice Plus as a prenatal and postnatal care. And pediatricians like even Dr. Sears recommends this to children. So we also have a couple more things I'd like to share with you before we move on. The first thing is our plant-based vegan omega. Have you ever heard of an omega not coming from a fish? Well, this is it. It's full spectrum, meaning omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And so, guys, this gives you a wide variety of omegas, which most Americans and Westerners are deficient in. Every single body in your cell needs omegas to really fill up that nutrient reservoir. This is not a fish omega, like I mentioned. It's 100% plant-based. So this company goes to the source of the fish omega, which is in the algae. And we also get our additional omegas from sea buckthorn and pomegranate seeds and raspberry seeds. So those are cold pressed and put into a full spectrum omega here. So you're not going to get fishy burps and no, of course, no potential fish toxins in our plant-based omega. Another, one last thing I'm going to share with you today is our plant protein. This is amazing. It is completely vegan, gluten-free, low glycemic, so great for people with blood sugar issues. And it also contains prebiotic fiber that's naturally occurring, which helps absorb those probiotics, and also contains amino acids, fruits and vegetables, and of course a little bit of gluten-free grains in a shake. It's great for a quick breakfast or a quick snack on the go, or even a nice recovery if you are someone that is active and works out. So for those of you who are like, you know what, it might be time, I'm looking for something to really press the reset button in my health. Maybe you're doing a hypnosis tracks or recordings that have to do with your health, and you want to even amp it up even more with this hypnonutrition. Maybe that's why you're curious about resetting your system. Well, I'd like to share a little bit that I'm most excited to share with you tonight about our mind-body detox. Regular detoxing is actually critical and essential to our health. And the reason why that is because we live in a toxic environment. The age of our world is toxic, whether it's the environmental toxins around us or the topicals that we're putting on our skin or the inflammatory diet that we might have. Maybe it's full of dairy or meat. There's toxic buildup. Even the healthiest of us have toxic buildup, and those store in our fat cells, which can cause chronic illness over time, or just maybe not feeling great. And so a potential reason why maybe sustainable weight loss isn't happening when you're trying is because those toxins store up in those fat cells. So another reason why regular detox is essential is because it reduces the inflammation through your body. I don't know if you're familiar with the term inflammation, but when you think of inflammation, it doesn't just mean achy joints. Inflammation can happen anywhere in your body, any organ, any muscle, any gland. When you think of inflammation, think chronic inflammation, think disease down the road. Another reason is to obviously clean up our digestive system, clean our colon from the buildup from any poor nutrition or toxins that we may have been exposed to. So maybe you're feeling sluggish, or you have brain fog, or you don't sleep well. Perhaps it's a bad sugar craving or carb craving, digestive issues, migraines, trouble losing any unhealthy weight. Even emotionality issues related to anxiety and depression all can be linked back to an issue in your physical health that can be healed with proper nutrition. So these are all signs that detox would be absolutely wonderful for you. So let's say you're ready to do a holistic detox to maintain your health, to reset your health, or to work on sustainable weight loss. Let's talk a little bit about this mind-body detox, shall we? So this is a wonderful program that you can couple with any of the hypnosis tracks that are out there on the terms of health, whether it's detoxing or sustainable weight loss or sleeping better, any of those, whatever your health goal is, there is something probably out there that you can couple this detox with. The Mind Body Detox is a 4-month-long program with a 10-day reset at the beginning or start of every month. So why do we do this? So or how do we do this is we take our plant concentrates. We take these every day, whether we're detoxing or not. And we do this because it floods our body with 30 plants, and the plant phytonutrients are the only thing in the world that scrubs out the toxins in our body, in our fat cells. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that amazing, actually? So in addition to taking our plant concentrates every day, during the 10 days, the 10-day reset, you're going to replace 2 meals a day with this complete meal shake mix. And that can be whatever meal that you choose, whatever works best for your schedule. And then you're going to eat 1 sensible, clean meal a day, in which you're going to be provided with 2 amazing cookbooks that you can kind of pick what looks great for you or your family. This is not calorie restrictive, okay? So you can also snack whole foods in moderation. And then we have a couple guidelines, like reducing any of the inflammatory foods, right? Like dairy, alcohol, caffeine, which is an adrenal gland fatiguer, and a couple more that we'll explain more in depth. But really the main goal is just to reduce the inflammation. And so there is science behind these restrictions. We're not just doing it to make your life difficult for these 10 days. So during the 10 days, we share educational information in our close-knit community. I do the detox right alongside of you. I'm here for questions, answers, for your emotional support. And in addition to that, these 10 days, guys, are an amazing way to take time for you, take time to reset mentally, focus on your self-care, and to recenter yourself. So we have some practices. We've pulled in some hypnosis within this community in this detox too. So just imagine the impact that these 10 days could have on not only the rest of your month, but the rest of your life. If you adopt this as a sustainable lifestyle, which so many people do after their first couple detoxes. I mean, think about what an impact it will make, not only with your hypnosis, but then also with this reset nutritionally. Okay, so I think it's time to share a little bit of stories. So I'm going to switch gears and hand the mic over to Julie Gervasi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julie Gervasi. I live in New Jersey. I was actually introduced to Juice Plus 4 years ago from a family physician, and I really didn't put too much time into it because I was a clinical research nurse. I used to research nutritional products and ergogenic aids. When this doctor introduced it to me, I was 6 months pregnant at the time. I was working 2 jobs. I was a very, very busy person. So it really fell on deaf ears. It wasn't until my daughter was about 10 weeks old that I decided to take a look at these plant concentrates again. See, I have an autoimmune condition that I've been struggling with for some time, and I suffered with definitely digestive issues, acne, anxiety, insomnia. I couldn't tell you on a Monday how I was going to feel on a Friday. I used to power through my days with coffee and little snacks. If anyone here works in healthcare, you know what that's like. And I had very limited belief at that time. I had eczema on my elbows. I just kind of thought that this is the way that I would always live. I didn't have that natural energy. I relied on other things. I was still drinking dairy at that time. I, like Natalia, thought I was a great eater. I did like fruits and vegetables. It wasn't that I didn't. I just wasn't getting enough of them because of my autoimmune condition. I was malabsorbing. So what happened when I started taking Juice Plus? I was a nursing mom at that time, so the nutrition came in right at a key point. I was able to deliver liquid gold to my daughter through my breast milk. Also, I just found that I was getting more natural energy. I wasn't taking a nap in the afternoon. My nails started to grow. My hair started to grow faster. At that point that it would normally break, my hair was growing faster. I could see that my eczema was starting to clear up and my skin was starting to clear up. And I love to exercise. That's a hobby that I have. My husband has a doctorate in physical therapy, so we used to do that together. And I would come home from the gym and show him my workout, and I just wasn't sore anymore. And he would look at my workouts and I would say, "Am I doing enough?" And he was like, "Absolutely." I just didn't get that delayed onset muscle soreness anymore. Within a year's time, I went and hugged this doctor that introduced me to Juice Plus because I only got sick once that year, and I was used to getting a couple of sinus infections every year. Within 2 years' time, I was no longer getting sick. I had lots of energy. My skin was completely clear. My irregular menstrual cycles were gone. I used to take antidepressants also. And what I learned through this community is that 95% of our serotonin is made in our gut. So as my gut got healthier by consuming plant concentrates, my brain got healthier. I wasn't a depressed or anxious person. I was a malnourished person. What does my life look like today? Well, I have a 4.5-year-old that's never had medication. I haven't taken an antibiotic in 4 years. Which is huge because I was on the antibiotic of the month club from the time I was a little girl through high school. So this time I just get to see my GI doctor, my regular doctor for well checkups, which is so nice not to have to spend that kind of money anymore. My brain works the way that I want it to, which is something I never thought that I would get back when I was in a really low place. My body just functions well. This is how people are supposed to live. How could I keep this to myself? So I did choose to partner with the company, and I never had to step foot back in a hospital. I've been able to create a life for my family beyond my wildest dreams. Within about 3.5 years, I was able to reach the top position in the company and share prevention with people. That is one thing in the hospital that I always saw, is that if I could get more whole foods into people, maybe they wouldn't be coming back as much. If we can fix foundational nutrition, maybe people won't have to be on as many medications or other supplements. If we can fix foundational nutrition in children, maybe children will be able to learn more easily, maybe have less sick visits. And I know for moms, that is a huge benefit, not to have children sick all of the time. So I will share Juice Plus with anyone that I know and love, because I feel that people deserve to know that there is something out there that it allows them to push the easy button and get into their bodies what they are supposed to be getting every day. We live in a very busy world. This just makes life easier. So thank you so much, Natalia, for allowing me to share my story.
Hey, Julie, I love your story so much. Julie and I are good friends now, and I hear it all the time, but it's a powerful story, and it really just is a good picture of what proper nutrition can do for someone in good health, and even someone with a autoimmune condition that had a debilitating life before. So thank you again, Julie, for sharing. I wasn't planning on sharing my story, but I have a little bit more time than anticipated, so I'm going to go ahead and share mine. So I was what you thought was a healthy person. I had a couple pesky ailments. I had some chronic digestive issues that I kind of just resolved on my own or through some medication over the counter. But you know what? My family has a really bad family health history, lots of cancer, heart disease, and my husband too. So we recently had a baby, and we knew that something needed to change in our nutrition because we knew the relationship between disease prevention and nutrition. So then someone introduced me to a way to flood my body every single day with 30 fruits and vegetables, bridging the nutritional gap that I had and my husband had. He's not really a huge veggie eater, or I wasn't. So this was something that really I was excited to get him on, especially because he's also kind of a high level athlete. So needed something to help reduce that inflammation in his body. So we started immediately because it made sense. And, before I started on these, I had those chronic digestive system issues. I had chronic migraines, and my hormones were a big issue. I had a lot of imbalance with my hormones related to a lot of my anxiety that I was dealing with, I learned. And so it got so bad to the point where I was taking hormone replacement therapy in my 20s. I'm about to turn 31, but in my 20s taking hormonal replacement therapy because I needed to feel more balanced. I was at my breaking point. It was a huge toll on my relationship. And so that was kind of life before. Started Juice Plus, started it really building up my nutrient reservoir over time, and then slowly I started to see the benefits of it. All of a sudden, my digestive system started to be normal. I wasn't dealing with, like we're talking about health here, so chronic constipation. All of a sudden, I didn't have migraines anymore, and I realized that I'm like, you know what? I can't remember the last time I didn't take my Excedrin migraine. That doesn't exist in my house anymore. And that is just a product of reducing the inflammation in our bodies. Got off of my hormonal replacement therapy and my anti-anxiety medications. And turns out I wasn't hormonally unsound or imbalanced. I was nutritionally depleted, and I needed more nutrition. So now life is a lot different than it was 3 years ago. I have a baby, which is awesome because I was able to really bounce back. I mean, it's not always easy to deal with having a newborn and all the, hormonal shifts that you hear. But you know what? My hormones were supported. And as someone that had hormonal issues, I was frightened that I was going to have issues, but my hormones were supported. And I have to say that the detox is something that really pulled things full circle for me, because we're all part of this mindset community here. And you need reminders to be centered, right? You need reminders, you need accountability, you need community. And this monthly mind body detox gives me the opportunity to not only reset my system nutritionally and physically, but to also take time as a busy mom, as an entrepreneur, to rest and to really listen and tune into my body, do hypnosis, do meditation, and all these things that kind of fully come together to balance your whole body health. So chances are those of you who are watching this webinar are health conscious. So bridging that nutritional gap with whole food concentrates probably makes sense to you. And just imagine how you feel knowing 30 fruits and vegetables get into your body for $2 and some change every day. I mean, it's convenient, it's simple, and it's affordable. So if this makes sense to you, we're going to share how you can get started and take part in this healthy living revolution, because that's really what this is. And one shipment will last you for 4 months, because it takes time for those phytonutrients to build up into your system and start building that nutrient reservoir. So make sure, if you do this, that the consistency of it is key. All right, so to get started, if you're in front of a computer or your phone, you can open a new tab, and the link you would go to, you can write it down, or I can walk you through this right now. You would go to www.g-smith.juiceplus.com. I wrote it down in case that was a little quick for you. So it's g-smith.juiceplus.com, and you just go to the buy tab, and you'll see an option there to buy the 3-capsule blend, your vegetable, your fruit, and your berry. And then, of course, if you want the omega, you can go and search for the omegas and add that to really add that nutrient luxury into your body, sharpens your mind, supports your mood, and gives you healthier, obviously, hair, skin, and nails, which is a bonus, right? So as mentioned, the mission of HypnoNutrition is to bring freedom to people through improved health in effective, efficient ways. And the ease of HypnoNutrition is just a lovely perk of what it's actually doing for us in fully nourishing our minds and our bodies to achieve our most free, highest self. So if you have any questions, you can directly email info@gshypnosis.com, and I'll be going through those. If you have any additional questions, obviously, please let us know. But anyways, guys, that wraps it up for tonight. And I just wanted to thank you all for listening to yourself and joining today, and taking some time for your health, because without health, we really don't have anything. And this is something that has impacted thousands and thousands of people's lives. And I look forward to speaking more with you. All right, guys, it was a wonderful time being on with you, and have a great night.